everybody, and welcome to the Hallmarkies Podcast Feedback Friday show. This is the show where we take all your feedback and respond. And as always, except for that time I wasn't here, I'm Amber. And with me today, we have the lovely Lisa.
Hi, guys. I like being called lovely, so do that every time. Okay, bye.
And we also have Lisa's imaginary daughter, Amy, here.
Hello, all. Hello. When my mother's not around, Lisa, with the same name, takes on her role. I don't know.
What? Can I just say I'm sorry because I know how it is. I've always, no matter what, I've always been the super youngest, and so I know how irritating it is. So I just want to say I'm sorry, and I won't do it anymore. But
it's all good. No, I've always been the oldest in all my friend groups and like all my internet friend groups and stuff. So this is the first time I've ever been the youngest.
It's just shocking when you put 97 up there. 1997 was you were born, and I'm like, oh, I was on my second college. That's awesome. That I don't feel old at all.
Yes, our discussion about the youth of Amy really came to a head when she told us she didn't know who Keanu Reeves was.
And I died, and then I came back to life, and then I died again.
Yes, Lisa's brain exploded. It was
because I've loved him for 30 years now, y'all. 30 years. And to hear somebody be like, who's that? Oh, my God. I just died all over.
Well, Amber, did you get my message when you asked me about a couple from Cheers?
Yes. I'm going to be honest. I was trolling you a little bit.
I Googled it and I was like, I was -4 when the show ended.
I sent Amy a message that said, how do you feel when shows try to copy that Sam and Diane thing? And Amy replied, Sam and Diane? Do you mean Cheers? I was -4 when Cheers ended.
And I had to Google all of that, mind you.
Oh, my gosh.
I was so excited. It was my favorite thing. Anyway, so that's why Amy is a tiny baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to be her fake mom.
She's a good fake daughter to you, I think.
She is.
Thank you.
And then other things that happened this week on the podcast front that you guys should all know since you're listening to this feedback show is we had our interview with Terry Wilson. And Lisa, is there any fun stuff you can tell us about that interview?
That was such a fun interview because she lives in San Antonio, which is where I'm from, and so we got to talk about that. But at one point, I was trying to get her to tell me if there was going to be any more Darcy movies. I was like, you can tell me. No one will know. Just tell me real quick. Just whisper it, and no one will hear it. And she wouldn't. She said, I know nothing. There is nothing to tell. But, yeah.
But
when you say Darcy movies, you mean the unleashing ones, right? The doggy ones? Okay, just making sure.
Doggy ones, yes.
Like a puppy for Mr. Darcy.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, something Christmassy or a baby one, whatever. You can tell me. But she had nothing to tell me.
She's always letting you down. And then also this week we talked about the premiere of Good Witch. And I feel like it was incredible. Amy, how did you feel about this week's episode?
I was ecstatic.
Of the show, not our podcast. Obviously, our podcast is great.
Well, I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know how y'all did. I'll criticize y'all later. But the episodes are really great. I was so happy. I am sad, though, that it looks like pretty much every character from Cassie and Grace's past, besides George, is gone now. Lori's gone. I guess Brandon and what was his wife's name? Tara. Oops. Are leaving. They didn't explain leaving to where. So I guess pretty much most of the characters from the original movies are gone. So we still have Martha. We still got Cassie, Grace, and Grandpa George. But the original kids are gone. So
yeah, I mean, and technically Grace was barely in the movies.
Yeah, I know. She was like baby in the movies, but and then they skipped and she was like 14 when the series started, and I was like, wow, that's a time jump. But
I liked it. I always miss Lori.
Yeah, I do too. And I wish honestly, I feel like the actress didn't want to come back because I don't even think she acts anymore at all. They could have just gotten another vaguely blonde girl to play her for this.
I wouldn't have liked it. I don't like recasting. So.
I would have been fine with it. We haven't seen her in 4 seasons. Maybe she got like a facelift or something.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. That's it.
I like it. Lisa, did you watch it at all?
I have not, because I didn't watch. I've got one that fake out Halloween movie. I still have yet to see it, and I kind of wanted to see it before I started. And I thought, surely I'll have plenty of time to watch it before the new season starts. And then, poof, new season, and I forgot.
I mean, to be fair, Lisa, you actually had even extra time because the season got pushed back. So
I couldn't make it happen.
Stop pretending like the season came out of nowhere.
I know, but I got caught up. I bought a house, y'all. So
that's true. You did buy a house.
I actually kind of prefer Good Witch starting right at the beginning of the summer. I kind of like it because normally it's on right when I'm in the heat of finals, and I get really upset because it's my favorite show and I can't watch it because of finals. So I like it this way better, with When Calls the Heart being a little bit later in the year and Good Witch starting like at the beginning of the summer.
Well, let's start a petition.
I think that's a really good point, and I wonder if Hallmark should listen to our podcast and take your comments.
Yes.
Thank you. Then again, there's Chesapeake Shores, and also they have to split Good Witch in half for certain movies, which I don't understand, but whatever. I don't get it. Because of those movies, I don't understand why they couldn't either move the movie up an hour and still have Good Witch on at the night, make it like a double premiere, or move the movie, like move them. So one's on Saturday, one's on Sunday. I don't know why they have to push Good Witch completely for a couple weeks. It doesn't make sense to me. But
right.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You know, Hallmark programming, they must know what they're doing, but sometimes it does not feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I feel fairly confident that they know what they're going to show at least a week before it airs.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe.
Whiteboard in Bill Abbott's office. Like, we've seen it in the background, and you know that it's there. I just, like, when I write stuff down on my planner, and yeah, I do. I write the movies down on my planner, so judge me. But when I write them down and it's in ink, I get frustrated when they change it, because I'm like, write it down.
You're like, well, now I have to put a sticker over this.
Exactly.
I now write it down in pencil in my planner, because I'm like, I don't trust you, Hallmark.
Let me get to the ink stage.
I know, right? We don't have that much trust in this relationship.
And then in Christmas, it's worse, and I get it. I get it at Christmas because it's, you know, there's a lot that has to be done with 100 movies in 4 weeks. So I get it. Things have to be done. But in the summer, stop playing with my emotions, man.
Exactly.
Get it down and just go with it.
And, like, the thing is, I'm like, did they just make another movie in the past 2 weeks? Like, where did this one come from?
I know. I wonder if they forgot, because they're doing one every Saturday this year, so I wonder if they forgot. They're like, oh my gosh, where are we going to put that? We totally forgot about that one. Just starting in the summer, no one will notice.
I would love to find out that they have, like, forgotten full productions. They just are juggling so many. That would be amazing.
And then, like, half of them don't have, like, if you go on the app, half of these summer movies still don't have, like, previews.
Yeah.
Like, trailers. And I'm like, well, how am I even supposed to know what this is about? You have the most vague description and a picture of 2 people. Okay.
Well, what you need to know is it's going to be set in the summer, and there's going to be romance. And either they're going to be a tropical place or a small town or a beach or a city.
I think you just described a fourth of Hallmark movies.
Right. As Emma from the Hallmark says, 2 attractive people fall in love. So
that's right.
There we go. That's all you need to know.
And speaking of attractive people falling in love, this week we also did our review for the Countdown to Summer recap movies. So that was pretty exciting. Okay, and then we got some feedback related to the countdown to summer. Lauren Yeagle, who is one of our patrons, sent us feedback, and she says that she loves the author interviews, and they always make her more excited to read the books, and she just finished Beach Wedding Weekend and loved it. It's her favorite original story so far. And she hopes that they make it a series and have stories for the other friends. In a perfect world, they would turn the book into a 4-part movie event and feature each couple's story. And she said that could be fun for one of the non-theme months. Or instead of this weird countdown to summer that had almost nothing to do with summer. So, I mean, what do you guys think about that idea of having
Lauren,
a 4-movie event?
I love that idea because you could do it instead of countdown to summer. You could do that and have it roll into weddings. Boom, done.
That would be nice. Yeah.
And I'd really love to see a series of the romance where the characters sort of spin off and become background characters, like a proper romance novel series.
Which they are doing over Christmas. I'm not sure if this has been officially announced yet, but the Williams sisters are doing a 2-movie where each of them fall in love separately, but they're both still in the movie, and it's like they're connected for Christmas on a Hallmark Channel. So I'm hoping if that works well, those two, that maybe they'll do more of that in the future.
It would be amazing.
Well, that's what sequels are for. Give me like 5 or 10 minutes, like a summary of what happened in the first one, and show me that they're still together and they're still doing their thing, and great. And then move on to their friends that we saw in the background, and now we want them to follow.
I mean, I know you guys know that I'm for that, because who do I love the most? The background characters. And then we also, this week, in advance of the new movie, had an interview with Heather Hemmons, who's going to be in Love Take Two this weekend, and that just posted yesterday. And there was some weird kerfuffle with SoundCloud, so even if you listen to it, feel free to listen to it again. Rachel was having real anxiety about the SoundCloud thing, so go ahead, support the podcast, listen to that interview again. Yeah. You'll really appreciate it.
Numbers are not the most important thing, but they're still an important thing.
They're super important. Yeah. If you ever want to get, sponsored.
Also, it just kind of looks silly if all of a sudden on one day there's nobody listening to us.
That's very true.
It's like, what happened? Did everybody who listens to this podcast die for a day? Like, what is going on?
It was the rapture, but everybody got sent back.
It was literally Endgame Hallmark edition.
Yes, 100%. That is what happened.
Yeah.
And then some other exciting news is we finally got a poster for the new surprise movie that they didn't tell us about, Sister of the Bride. And Amy, how do you feel about that poster for this movie?
There's red, white, and blue stuff.
What could that mean?
It could be 4th of July, and I swear, if it's a 4th of July movie, you better bet I'm making a whole episode about it. I don't care. I'll be like, Rachel, hey, by the way, I'm recording an entire episode about this one movie. We never do that here. We never do singular Hallmark movies normally, but I will fight for it.
So what you're saying is you kind of like the 4th of July?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I love the 4th of July. The 4th of July is my thing, and if it does end up being 4th of July movie, which I'm waiting for the preview, we can do an episode about it, and then maybe pitch in the rest of the episode some more 4th of July movies they could make in the future.
Genius, I love it. Can I be a part of it since I'm actually right after you?
Yes, exactly. See, we're like the American birthday girls. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm the
story
4th.
Real quick. Go ahead. Sorry,
I'm July 4th. She's July 5th. What did you say, Lisa?
Oh, legit. Okay, y'all. Okay, here's where it gets ridiculous, because in the 70s, you could do things that you can't do now. My dad sure did put my mom in the back of a pickup truck on a lawn chair trying to get her to go into labor on the 4th. And he drove her around a field trying to get her to go into labor. I mean, what? Imagine nowadays seeing some guy put his pregnant wife in the back of a truck and have her driving her around. I mean, no. This was the 70s and people were strange. So my dad tried real hard and nope, came out on the 5th.
See, my mom was supposed to have me in June. So, and she was in labor for 4 days. She went into labor on the 1st.
Does
Wow.
she over your head still? Is she like, look?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Every day. She's like, I was in labor with you for 4 days.
I sure would too.
Yeah. So, Lisa, be glad you're not actually my mother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at this poster right now, and there are an awful lot of American flags.
So it better be good, and it better be 4th of July themed.
What would you do if it was like the poster was all 4th of July and then nothing 4th of July in the movie?
I really need to call Hallmark's like design department and be like, guys, you really need to get this together because like I'm a 21-year-old with a YouTube channel and my stuff is more cohesive than yours is.
But this is just joking speculation because I'm guaranteeing you it's going to be 4th of July.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking, but still, sometimes I'm like, guys, if I can get it together, you can get it together.
Absolutely. And then in other fun news, did you guys see that Lila Fitzgerald announced that the official hashtag for the Darrow and Darrow fans is hashtag Darrowheads?
No.
What?
Yes, and I could not be more excited about this.
Yes. That was my preferred one, and I know that you were the one that said it.
Well, so, I mean, like, I think I really started the bandwagon of getting people to vote for it this round, but I didn't, like, come up with the hashtag.
Wow.
Just saying. That was Ray Poplowski.
Oh.
Oh.
At our Pop Box. That dude knows how to hashtag. So
All of the like names for the fandoms in Hallmark, I always just giggle so hard because like I think of Darrow heads. I think of like, okay, so the Potter heads, but with Darrow and Darrow.
well, yeah, absolutely. Except for also it's like an arrowhead, which is a real word.
Okay, yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to throw shade on like Chessies, but it's 1,000 times better than that.
Well, I mean, there's Hardee's, there's Chessies, there's the Postables, which it took me a while to figure out what Postables meant, having to do with
Signed, sealed, delivered?
Signed, sealed, delivered. At first, I was like, what is the correlation? Anyways, and like goodies, and I'm all over here like, oh my gosh, we're like trying to be the Beliebers and Directioners, and
I am. Are you? Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a Belieber?
yeah.
Lisa, how about you?
A what?
A Justin Belieber,
I'm gonna
aka a big fan of Justin Bieber.
I'm gonna say a hard no on that one.
Oof. All right, let's try this. Are you a Directioner?
You're saying a lot of words. I'm sure they mean something, but
On the feedback show, I mean, not on the feedback show, on our secret patron watch party, which we had on Friday, which was actually not Friday, Saturday, which was so amazing. During commercials, Amy facilitated a test to find out who our One Direction boyfriends were.
that's right. Who did I get? I forgot. Some guy with a baby.
Well, I think you got Liam.
Yes, she got Liam.
Baby?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't everybody get Liam? No, I got Louie.
You got Louie. Which really, that test wasn't accurate because I forgot a question that was on the next page.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure that the points I would have scored in that one question would have definitely gotten me, a Nile result.
which isn't humanly possible because you needed 100 more points to get to Nile, and there's only 50 points possible per
Oh,
question.
you're so silly.
But we're going to do some weird multiplication and addition to get there.
That's right. That's 100% what would have happened. It was so silly. I'm so happy we did that for Wedding March 5.
Next time we have a live show, I've got that Taylor Lautner quiz ready.
Lisa, do you like the Twilight movies?
I mean, should I confess how many copies of each movie I have because they all have different special features? What did I just say out loud? Yeah.
I'm not going to say that I have Funko Pop of the Twilight people, but I mean, I may.
I'm not gonna say that I flew out to LA for the premieres, but okay.
You're crazy, girl. I wasn't old enough to go to the premieres. My mom wouldn't let me.
If you're going to say that you weren't born when the Twilight movies came out,
No,
I'm going to throw you out a window.
I was in elementary school.
Ugh.
And then junior high when the last one came out, I think.
This is Lisa.
No.
Tell your child to be older.
Part of my soul just caved in on itself.
I am turning 22 soon. Does that help?
It does. It does help.
I'm a week away from 41, so.
Sorry. I mean, you're a youngin' still.
I do thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
But I
mean, you're hanging out with 22-year-olds, so.
You gotta be cool.
Yeah.
I'm a rare form of a 22-year-old, though, so.
Are you telling me the other 22-year-olds still don't know who Keanu Reeves is?
No, they all do know who Keanu Reeves is. I literally texted all of my friends, and they're like, Amy, are you stupid? And I'm like, apparently. Sorry.
Oh, well. Oh, speaking of Wedding March 5,
Okay.
our super fan Scott, and we were talking about it before. Don't act like we weren't.
Okay.
We were talking about the watch party of Wedding March 5.
Yeah.
Our super fan Scott sent us a question that said, the last 2 Saturdays have featured sequels. Okay, a pentology for Wedding March 5, and we often see social media posts of Hallmark movies deserving sequels. But which Hallmark movie do you guys think could have a good prequel?
Oh,
Ooh.
God, coming in with the hard-hitting ones. That's going to take time.
I'm trying to think of one where their relationship was in high school, because I want to see an intense high school movie on Hallmark. Or early college.
Yeah. It would have to be one of those, right? Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would just be about that time that someone got divorced or something.
Yeah.
Didn't A Perfect Catch, weren't they like high school sweethearts?
They were.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cupcake movie where she made cupcakes with like rosemary and stuff. They were.
Oh, The Sweetest Heart? Yeah, we could do a prequel of that one because I want to see more of Jordan Burchett. Okay, next.
But Jordan Burchett wasn't when they were in high school.
Yeah, it was him and Andrea Brooks. They knew each other in high school, but they didn't.
Yeah, you're right. And he was like a cool jock and she was a nerd. And he was like,
Yeah.
No, we didn't know who she was.
Or he didn't remember her, but there could be more to that story.
Yes. Oh, I'm so in. Dear Hallmark.
High school crush where he actually really liked her. I pretty much would be obsessive over that.
Yeah.
Oh, Hallmark, can you please just once every quarter make a teen/young college, someone for under 25 movie?
Yeah, because I know a lot of people who like Hallmark that are my age, but they aren't as into it because they're like, well, all the stars, they're in their 30s. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just, it's not similar to...
Are you coming for people who are in their 30s?
No, it's not similar to our life. It doesn't represent us necessarily.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, about Hallmark movies. I know they're family-friendly and all that, but they... there is this market of we could have family-friendly rom-coms, teen rom-coms.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, the ones on Freeform, they're not that great.
They're not that family-friendly. So, I have a 13-year-old brother, and I would not want him watching most of that stuff. So, yeah.
So let's just make a movie with Bailey Madison being the main person. That's all I want.
Yeah, she can be... going off to college and she finds a romance and they fall in love and
with Jordan,
yeah.
Whatever.
Well, maybe not, but
You think Madison Smith is too old to play Bailey Madison's love interest?
No?
Madison Smith? I don't think so.
I feel like he's probably a young person.
Young enough that it wouldn't be, like, weird, right? He could play younger, too.
He's 29.
Oh, is he? He can play younger.
And Bailey Madison is 19.
I mean, I wouldn't want them to date in real life, but, like, if her character is, like, 22, which she could do.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Character's, like, 27, which he could do. That would be fine.
Mm-hmm. That would work for me. And when I Googled her, other people came up that I would totally love to see in a Hallmark movie, like Maya Mitchell or Madison Pettis or Anna Sophia Robb, all in that 25-year-old age range here.
Basically anybody who was in a Disney Channel movie.
In 2007.
Yeah, we'll pick them.
Yeah.
All right. And then speaking of all these other networks, Scott, our super fan patron, also asked us if we had watched any of the off-network premieres this past weekend, including Up's After the Storm, Lifetime's Very Valentine, or Inspiration's The Legend of 5 Mile Cave.
Well, I have no comment. No, I'm kidding. We will be doing a Lifetime theme off-network just soon-ish.
So
I still need to watch them.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, they will be coming, and we did get Up's movie. They sent it to us to watch, and I still haven't watched it. But we will be doing a Lifetime with the most recent 5 Lifetime premieres, and then also adding that Up movie. So, yeah, coming soon.
Coming soon to an earbud near you.
Exactly.
All right, and then we also got a voicemail. Are you guys ready for this voicemail?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, this is Scott, and I have a hypothetical scenario for Feedback Friday.
Real quick, obviously, once again, Scott, our super patron. Okay, I'm going to keep continuing.
What if Amber found a magic lamp, and when she rubbed it, a Hallmark genie emerged to grant one wish that Hallmark had to implement? I know genies usually grant 3 wishes, but this one is cheap and only grants 1 from a multiple choice list. Which wish would Amber choose? Option 1, 10 Lives of Christmas is added to the 2019 Countdown to Christmas lineup. Option number 2, Hickam becomes mayor in season 7 of When Calls the Heart and finds love. Option 3, a Hallmark musical is greenlit with Laura Bell Bundy as lead. Or option 4, the Firehouse movie is made. Amber, make your choice now. But here's the twist that you didn't see coming.
He's got sound effects.
The rest of the team should provide an answer too. And if the rest of the panel unanimously chooses a different wish than Amber, Amber's wish is overridden. Have fun.
Oh, snap, Scott, the patron.
There's only 3 of us.
Well, you guys better not override me. Okay, so let's recap. I can only choose one of these 4 things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then 10 Lives of Christmas is made this year. Hickam becomes mayor and finds a love interest. What was it? Oh, the Hallmark musical with Laura Bell Bundy or the Firehouse movie. This is the most difficult choice I've ever had to make in my whole life. These are my 4 passions.
Oh my god.
What do you guys think?
Oh. I can't make that choice for you.
Yeah.
But you have to. Scott knows me too well. This is ridiculous. I feel like Scott knows me in real life and is just someone like tricking me. But I honestly don't think I know who Scott is in real life, unless you count the podcast as real life. I think probably right now I would have to go with the Firehouse movie. I know. I just think it would make the most people happy.
Yeah, but
But the Laura Bell Bundy musical. I take it back. I'm doing the Laura Bell Bundy musical.
See, I don't really care for a musical on Hallmark.
Oh.
I don't mind. If it happens, I'll be fine with it, but it's not something I'm, like, yearning for.
Okay, Lisa, what do you think?
I'm
Do
gonna
you
go
think I
with.
chose poorly?
I'm going with the Firehouse movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amy.
I'm going with 10 Lives of Christmas.
Oh, none of us can agree. These options are so good.
So
Yeah.
you get all the options.
Also,
Is there a way that we could get them all?
Yeah.
Like if I just give you guys the genie? Oh my goodness. But don't you guys, come on, you have to agree with me. All 4 of those things would be so amazing.
Yeah. I do want Hickam to like have a really quick romance, and then suddenly by the end of One Calls the Heart, he has 6 children. So
Hickam with 6 children would be so amazing.
I know, right? But Brandon Roth is my priority, so I picked 10 Lives of Christmas.
It's a good point. Yeah, Scott, this is impossible. This is like the Kobayashi Maru. Is that the thing in Star Trek?
I'm going to Google it.
Challenge. Feels right.
Kobayashi Maru exercise in the fictional Star Trek universe designed to test the character of Starfleet Academy cadets in a no-win scenario.
And I did it. But this is like an all-win, no-win at the same time. Because you'll win if you get your thing made.
Mm-hmm.
But does this mean those things, if I choose them, they'll never be made if I don't choose them?
That's what he's saying is like then the rest are gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's impossible. I'd rather just die than have to choose.
Oh my god.
I love it. Scott, you're the best. I'm sorry, all the other listeners, you guys should try to strive to be more like Scott because he's the best.
So much effort from Scott.
This whole episode was brought to you by Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
And I kind of feel bad because we have somebody else to be the fan of the week, but clearly it's Scott, right?
It's always Scott.
It's always Scott. It'll be like, oh, I know what we'll do. We'll call it the Patron Scott Honorarium Fan Prize. So it's named after him, even if it doesn't go to someone else.
Okay.
But anyway, so the person who won this week is the person who left us a 5-star review on iTunes.
What?
User MF Hutch said, the hosts are very engaging. Oh, thanks. And they said, I have a Hallmark problem, and this helps. So, yay! Which is another reminder, please feel free, if you're listening to this on iTunes, to leave a review, because it really helps people find our podcast.
Yes.
I like thinking that we're therapy for someone.
Right? And also, if you guys want to meet the legend that is Scott the Patron, please join us on the Patron group. All you have to do is go to hallmarkiespodcast.com/patron. It'll take you to our page, and for less than the price of a piece of pizza, depending on where you go, you have access to all of this patron wonder in the Patron Facebook group.
Woo.
Tell them how fun it is, Lisa.
It's super fun because sometimes I'll go on there and confess things.
She does. And we can't tell you because what happens in the patron group stays in the patron group.
It's the deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
But not deep, dark secrets. More like fun, silly secrets. And people become other people's moms. It's a thing.
It's intense.
And so, yeah, that's all I really have. Anybody have anything else?
I just want to say thank you to everybody that does stop and listen to us. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even if, like, I know we're giving you the full court press about being a patron, but that's just because it's so fun, and we want to be able to do a better job for you, so we need money.
Okay.
I mean, it's true, right?
I mean, yeah.
If we didn't, I mean, we were doing it for free for as long as we possibly could before all of our savings ran out. But if people will boost our podcast, then we can get, sponsors, and then we wouldn't have to bug you. But the patron group is really fun.
It is.
It is fun. And I really liked doing the live viewing with the patrons. So that's something that would be added to your life.
And it was fun having 2 people watch with us, or 3, I think, at some times. But it'd be even more fun if there was like 50 people watching with us.
Absolutely. And we just want you guys to be with us all the time.
Not all the time, but most of the time.
I mean, we mean all the time. Don't listen to Amy.
Well, I like some privacy at times, but that's just me.
I mean, obviously, you get it. You get it. We're all people.
Yeah.
So, Amy, where can people find more of you, but not all the time?
Well, no. Well, my address is, no, I'm kidding. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at It's Amy Craig. I just posted a new video with my cousin, so go check it out. Yep, that's it. Okay.
And Miss Lisa, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Girl Gone Hallmark.
No I.
No I on
In
Twitter.
girl.
I on the Instagram.
Oh, see?
They had to make it difficult for me by only limiting to 15 characters. Instagram, you can just do it up.
Oh, I thought you did that on purpose to make it be like girl, not like girl.
I also thought that.
Yeah.
I'm not that cool. No, it's a character limit thing. Thanks, Twitter.
And as always, I'm at Amber Brainwaves on Twitter, and that's it. But you can follow the podcast at Hallmarkies Pod on Twitter, at Hallmarkies Podcast on Instagram. We're on Facebook, and of course, our podcast is on YouTube and other places where podcasts are free. So just go ahead, follow us, click the subscribe button, and please like stuff or dislike it if you didn't like it, and leave us your comments. If you think that this is so stupid and we just ramble too much, put in some comments. If you don't like what we're talking about, send us a topic and we'll talk about it. So do that, and make sure that if you want to be featured as our fan of the week, you either place a review in iTunes or send a tweet or Instagram post with hashtag HPN like Hallmarkies Podcast Network fan.
Woo!
Woohoo! So until then, see you guys next week.
Oh, bye.
Yay!
Bye.